vendor management policy. This is document control page. These are the related documents. Confidentiality policy. Here we have contents. Objective. So before selecting any vendors, throughout the vendor life cycle, what things we should keep in mind and what things we should follow is listed under this policy. These are the roles and responsibilities. So CISO or security team will review and audit this policy. HR team would be the primary team who would be creating, managing, monitoring, maintaining, and auditing this policy. So this applies to all vendors or subcontractors. So let's see the process. So initially we get project needs, why we need a vendor. So this business need should be approved by management. Then we identify potential vendors or subcontractors. We do some kind of vendor assessment and selection. Then we propose and approve the vendor subcontractor. After that we have vendor onboarding training, annual monitoring and auditing. So incident response and resolution, re-evaluation at least once in a year, and then termination. So if at the vendor we will have any exit policy with the vendor, then we have some criteria defined here. So for defining project needs, the project lead will work together with higher management to define why we need a vendor and get details of the business. Okay. Now, once we have this, team might be project lead or some other person in the company will search for vendors. They identify potential vendors. Once they have selected any vendor, then they do vendor due diligence. So we have something called as vendor risk assessment. So before starting any project, we ask from vendors, okay, what is your security track record, their financial stability, reputation of that vendor. So like we ask for if the vendor is ISO 27001 certified or SOC 2 certified attested. So these are the things we ask. We ask various questions from security background, including physical security, access management policies. So we ask them to share their policies or some kind of screenshots as an evidence. So this is vendor due diligence. Vendor selection criteria. So these vendors will be selected based on multiple combinations of factors, including security best practices to follow, the compliances with the relevant regulations, and alignment with security policies and goals, and obviously what are the business requirements. Proposal and approval of the vendor subcontractor. So this, prior to distribution of any confidential information, vendor have to sign an NDA. So it is a mutual NDA. The project timeline is decided, and we ask a detailed description as how to propose to they provide the services, what kind of services vendor will provide it, what is the timeline, and what could be the, we will pay to the vendors. So all these things would be detailed out.